Good morning, everyone. This is Wildseyed. I'm making this video for NotPed and anyone else who's having trouble getting ABS and PLA to print directly on heated glass. I've just loaded an X carriage for a Prussia into Rep Snapper. My initial set, well, I guess everybody's settings are different, but my downstream extrusion multiplier is currently set at 1.0. After the first layer is laid down, I'm going to increase that up to 1.8. It just works out that way. My first layer is actually right on the glass, so it's pretty thin, and it tends to blob up if I don't reduce the extrusion. And I've never bothered to make that setting match up to 1.0 on my machine. But anyway, so here's my setup, and I've got my old acrylic bed there, which is covered in Kapton, which I don't use anymore. And then I've got 4 layers of corrugated cardboard underneath the heated bed, just to conserve heat so it doesn't escape out the bottom. This is the heated bed that you can get from Ultimachine. It's the PCB heat bed MK1. Originally I was printing with Kapton tape on top of that bed, but then I bought the glass, and so you can probably see stripes in there, but that's actually the Kapton that's under the glass, not on top of it. And that worked okay also, but it was actually quite difficult to pop the parts off even when the bed was cool. With the glass, as long as the glass remains above 100 degrees C, the parts are stuck on pretty good as far as ABS goes. And then when they cool down below 80 C, the ABS comes right off. There's no pulling or anything, it just comes off. Anyway, so today I'm printing with PLA because that's just what I'm running right now. I don't have any ABS to run. I may have some glow in the dark there, and I'll make another video for that if anybody really needs evidence that Bigfoot exists. So let's get this thing started. I think I've mentioned before, I print right on the glass. That means my nozzle is dragging or, being lifted just by the amount of extrudate that's coming out. So the first thing I do is I run the extruder just to make sure I build up enough pressure in there. So I'm just going to let it flow. It's turning now. Obviously it's all oozed out because the head's been heated up for a while now. So let me just give it a few more extrude commands. Okay, and there we go. Now we're ready to print. So pretty much as soon as the extruder stops spinning, I'm going to issue the print command. The heated bed is up to 80 degrees C right now for PLA. That's fine. You don't need anything above 80 degrees C. In fact, if you go too high, you will also see that it doesn't stick. So there's like a sweet spot in the temperature range that causes the plastic to stick to the print bed. Here we go. Alright, so you can see it's sticking just fine. That's directly on the glass. I'm going to turn up the speed on this so you can see that there's really no issues with peeling at higher speeds. Here we go, 2.42 multiplier. I think we can do better than that. Let's see how high we can go. 3.89. Now at this speed, the extruder's not quite keeping up, so I'm going to bump him up. 1.61. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit because from experience I know that if I keep this up on the first layer, I'm actually going to strip the filament because it's actually being held back by the pressure buildup in the nozzle due to it being so close to the glass. So I'm going to bring this down to a 1.3 multiplier. Now even at this point, if I try and lift that stuff up with my fingernail, it's not gonna come up very easily. Usually when it's like this, if I don't want to bring the heated bed temperature down, let's say I miss the print, I usually have to take a razor blade and scrape that stuff off. Otherwise I have to wait for the bed to cool off and then I can sort of flick it off with my fingernail. Of course, if your fingers are coming in contact with the glass, you're going to want to clean it with alcohol before you do your print. It doesn't necessarily prevent things from sticking, but after the first few layers go down, you get these raised areas underneath your print, and it doesn't come out with a smooth glassy finish on it. But that's it. As you can see, there's plenty of stick and it's going nice and fast. Nothing slow about it. If I get a chance, I'll put some ABS on there and see how that does. Thanks for watching and good luck.